What kind of opportunities are there in Singapore for 2025? Are employers still hiring? Is it an employer market or an employee market? Well, today we are here with the Managing Director and Co-founder of Recruit Fast. My name is Fran, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple, and today we'll discuss about opportunities and the job landscape. Josh, thank you so much for being on our channel. So Josh, let's tell our audience, come on, share with us your background.
Okay, so I'm a born and bred Singaporean and I'm 38 this year.
Okay.
I'm married and with 6 children. So here I am. Thank you for having me.
You're most welcome. So Josh, I'm sure the viewers are curious to know, right? You're a managing director, it sounds like you're doing well. Do you come from a wealthy background?
No, I'm not. In fact, I come from a very average income family.
Okay.
And my parents used to run a lot of F&B businesses,
okay,
whereby may not have time for us, while growing up. So it's really a lot of, trial and error in life to learn from the school of hard knocks. Yeah.
Okay, sounds like entrepreneurial runs in the family, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
Awesome. So guys, to give you a background on how I know Joshua, he and I were actually colleagues when I was a headhunter in Singapore. So Josh, I remember this was in 2011 when we first met. I was only 31, you were 25 years old?
Yes.
And what struck me when I first knew you, you were very hungry, very driven, very hardworking. You worked long hours in the office. That was what I remembered about you. Tell me more. What motivated you to be this way?
So I always have these words encourage myself that I'm always having a PhD, which is poor, hungry, and determined.
Nice.
So, and in fact, I don't really look at how much profit I make, but how much value I can give to the society, such as recruitment. We're in recruitment, and this industry, how can I actually add value for the job seekers as well as the clients?
Okay.
So internally, of course, the colleagues like you, yourself, and we are still keeping in touch till this day.
Absolutely. It's been a very long, wonderful friendship so far.
Yes.
18 years in recruitment is a long time, Josh. What lessons have you learned?
So over the 18 years, I've learned the ups and downs. Of course, when you are down, you have to soldier on, you weather the storm. There are a lot of unpopular opinions regarding about, this recruitment, the business. So I went through a lot like, Lehman Brothers, H1N1, the MERS, the COVID period. You need to have a very strong heart and to show yourself that you can break through this storm. So the tough time will last, the tough man will dust,
Absolutely. When you are saying all this, what comes to me is like a cockroach, right? Verily, a cockroach. Yes, I said it, a cockroach, because beat cannot die, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, correct. So amazing. I really admire your grit, G-R-I-T, right? And your determination and your hard work. And I cannot imagine the COVID years. That must have been really tough, isn't it?
Yes, very. So in fact, I slept in my previous company. And so to make sure that the next morning I can be on time for my clients' deployment of the candidates. Yeah, so there are a lot of cries over the road curbside, whereby I sat down and just broke down. Of course, obviously, I won't share with the team members. And there's a lot of inner struggles whereby, sometimes you just want to give it up. But if you just take one more step, just be 1% better than yesterday, you will get there.
So Recruit Fast is your own company, correct me if I'm wrong?
Yes.
Okay, so what motivated you to start your own company and be your own boss?
So there's a lot of decisions making between me and my spouse, and we wanted to have manage and influence of our own fate. So that's how I gave up my 6 figures corporate salary and to start something from zero again. The purpose and the goal is very strong. So to leave a legacy. Yeah.
Wow, so that is the purpose of you starting a company.
Yes.
So tell me, what does Recruit Fast stand for?
We do business the best way. We tailor based on clients' requirements, and the flexibility that we have can cater to the unforeseen circumstances. So for the dramatic, in this business, and there are a lot of uncertainty, whereby a lot of companies may be too rigid on changes, on flexibility. So that's how Recruit Fast can come in to support the clients as well as the consultants and the colleagues. Okay. So basically, not a traditional recruitment agency in the market. We have freelance mode whereby most of the staff are working on remote. And for full-timer, they actually work 10 days in office. So I allowed them to have 10 days working at home. So that actually gives a lot of boosters and morale for the current members.
Absolutely. To my knowledge, you started Recruit Fast this year in 2024, right? And now you currently have, if I'm not mistaken, 15 employees?
Yes, that's right.
Wow, that is very fast. I think, can I say that Recruit Fast is one of the fastest growing recruitment firms in Singapore?
You can say so, but I will still continue to soldier hard and striving for the best.
Of course.
Yes, and we actually have the target next year, March, to have about 50. Yes, and hopefully by end of next year, 2025, at about 100.
Wow. Excellent. I can't wait to see what kind of things you're going to do with the company, Josh.
Thank you.
Well, I must say, Josh, 2024 this year has really been a turbulent year for jobs, isn't it? Like, for example, every day I'm reading the news and I'm seeing a lot of retrenchments and layoffs from big companies. Visa, MasterCard, Google, Amazon, AMD recently retrenched 1,000 employees worldwide. Intel before that, Dell as well. Wow, 2024 has been quite a roller coaster. What do you think is your outlook for 2025? What can clients and candidates expect? Okay,
so for 2025, my thoughts and also reading on the MOM news that there are a few industries there is still shortage of labor, such as agri-tech, semicon, we all know, always, the cyber security, the green economy. So there are still industries that we can tap on, and there are a lot of positions that are still hiring.
Do you think 2025 next year would be a bullish year for the job economy in Singapore?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. So based on MOM reports and news, and the most updated, based on shortage of labor, there are several industries that are still hiring. There are many positions, they are still hiring. So of course, there's still a gap in the skill set. And of course, based on several industries I've seen, there's one particular like Infocom, and IT that brings me to attention. There are a lot of positions that are still hiring, like data scientists, ICT managers and things like that. Of course, we talk about healthcare, semicon, they're always hiring. So candidates that are looking on that, they need to reskill and upskill themselves, and based on the assistance of government, grants and things, to make full use so that the jobs are available for them in the market.
So, Josh, in your professional opinion, why do you think companies, employers, right, still bother to engage external recruitment companies like yourself?
Okay, for a few key reasons is that clients who may not have time for the HR and TA, some about recruitment, they need the external to assist. And some of the reason is for Recruit Fast, employment agency, we can actually help employer to bridge that gap of expectation. So one of the very good example that I recently helped a Japanese client is that we did a get-together session after office hours. Yes, whereby the clients can actually know some of the probable candidates that we can actually introduce to them, and the probable candidates can actually know more about the clients' cultures, values before they even join. So the takeaway from the clients is actually eventually hire someone. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a win-win for everybody.
Yes.
And it's after hours, so it's the atmosphere is more relaxed.
Yes.
Yeah, and people tend to let the guard down and show their true selves, right?
Yes.
What you just shared just now was really very insightful, and I personally learned a lot. I hope our viewers have too. And it actually sounds like 2025 will be a very dynamic and exciting year. So guys, I also have something to share with you. Because 2025 is such a dynamic, exciting year, and actually Singapore is the place to be, our announcement is that John and I, my husband, if you've been following us for a while, we are actually moving back to Singapore next year. And the reason is because we want to spend more time with our family. John's parents is also aging, so we are moving our lives back to Singapore next year. Therefore, my big news is that I'll be partnering with Joshua and Recruit Fast on a freelance basis as my side hustle so that I can help with any and all of Recruit Fast recruitment needs for our clients and candidates. So with this big reveal, employers out there, come on, let's connect, let's have a chat. Josh and I are most happy to sit down and have a chat with you guys to see how we can value add to your employment needs. Email me at francesca@recruitfast.sg, or you can connect with me on LinkedIn, and I'll put my email address in the description below as well. Before we end this video, Josh, any words of advice you want to impart to our viewers?
So people who knows me that I'm always focused on the 3C. Candidates, clients, and colleagues. So candidates can be your clients, can be your colleagues one day. Colleagues can be your clients and can be your candidates one day. So all these 3C I focus on, and these are my network, and this network will be your net worth.
Wow, very nice words in this. Usually, in Singapore, your 3Cs or your 4Cs is your cash card, credit card, and condo, right? So it's very refreshing to hear a different take on 3Cs. And that's all for the interview. My name is Fran, one half of the Corporate Breakout Couple. Please remember to like this video, subscribe, and share with all your friends, employers, employees, everyone basically who's looking for a job or hiring in Singapore. And then we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.